by Gulf Mills, the eastbound lanes were shut down for a couple of hours, and that caused a lot of headaches for drivers this morning.
I will be late for class this morning.
All right, she has a good Alyssa Smith had plenty of company. For about 2 hours this morning, the eastbound lanes of the Schuylkill Expressway were shut down, all because of an accident involving 2 dump trucks and 2 cars. One of the trucks dumped some of its load and spilled fuel, and it all had to be cleaned up before the expressway could be reopened.
I go to Drexel University, so I have to go to class this morning, and it's just been crazy. I don't know why there's so much traffic.
Well, the expressway was closed because of an accident. So how much longer is this taking you than usual?
It's about twice as long so far. I just live about maybe a mile and a half up the road.
1.5 hours to get from South Philly to King of Prussia, only to get to King of Prussia and have it gridlocked everywhere, and now trying to get my way around King of Prussia to come back through Bridgeport and back.
With the expressway closed, it wasn't long before alternate routes like 23 and 320 clogged up as well.
I just stayed away from the expressway. We were on or Germantown most of the time, but we've been driving for probably 50 minutes now.
And usually it's how long a ride?
Probably 30.
The traffic coming down here is horrible. It's absolutely horrible. I mean, it's jammed everywhere from Lancaster Avenue over to Montgomery all the way through this intersection here.
So basically all the alternate routes are clogged up?
Absolutely.
Now, according to PennDOT officials, drivers are actually pretty lucky that the closure only lasted 2 hours. They say they're fortunate that neither of those dump trucks actually flipped over. If that had been the case, it would have taken a lot longer for that accident to be cleared. Live here along the Schuylkill Expressway, I'm Amy Buckman, Channel 6 Action News.
All right, Amy, thank you. Police say a 25-year-old man walking back to his hotel from the Eagles game was struck and killed by a SEPTA train. Happened just before 2 a.m. on the tracks near Island and Elmwood Avenues here in Southwest Philadelphia. 25-year-old Zachary Wright from Coral Gables, Florida, was walking with a friend. The SEPTA train was not carrying any passengers at the time.
Still to come here on Action News at noon, customers were left gasping for breath. Imagine finding the perfect Christmas tree and then the vendor says to you, that'll be $400, please.
Wow. Also, an excited group of special youngsters leave Atlantic City for the dream trip of a lifetime. And meteorologist David Murphy will be back with that 5-day forecast from AccuWeather. That and much more when Action News at noon continues.
Hi, I'm Captain Christopher Kiss, Jill, Jake, stationed here in Heidelberg, Germany. I want to send out a happy holidays to our friends and family in Pennsylvania.
It's an urgent crisis we cannot ignore, and you could be part of the problem. See an American town literally melting. What Al Gore wants you to know, why he says your future depends on it. Next Oprah.
Today at 4 here on 6 ABC.
This week,
look at you getting all excited.
Get to know some real guys.
She's hot. You so want her.
Who are looking for real love.
What about us?
Just kiss me. And all new What About Brian?
It's late night tonight.
I'm Yvonne Hill. I am 41 years old and I am 41 pounds lighter thanks to the Jenny Craig program. I eat Salisbury steak, lasagna, chicken fettuccine, chocolate cake, cheesecake. I love Jenny Craig. I love what it's done for me. You can see what it's done for me.
Call 1-800-JENNY20 to help you make it through the holidays. Join today for only $6 a week plus the cost of food. Call 1-800-JENNY20 today.
I'm like 41 pounds lighter and I'm loving life.
I know rheumatoid arthritis is painful, but I didn't know it could attack my joints.
Scientists believe that in moderate to severe RA, your immune system can cause serious damage.
But Enbrel enables me to fight progressive joint damage.
Enbrel works on your immune system to suppress inflammation, help relieve pain and fatigue, and keep joint damage from getting worse.
Enbrel gives me energy to do many of the things I love.
Because prescription Enbrel suppresses your immune system, it may lower your ability to fight infections, such as an open sore or the flu. So don't start it if you have one. Tell your doctor if you're prone to them or if you've been treated for heart failure, or if you experience persistent fever, bruising, bleeding, or paleness while on Enbrel. Serious, sometimes fatal events, including infections, lymphoma, nervous system, and blood disorders have occurred. Common side effects included injection site reaction, infection, and headache.
Ask your rheumatologist and envision your possibilities with Enbrel.
Action News, the team you trust the most. Now on 24/7 at 6abc.com. Action News all the time.
Here in New York, crew members cried and one official said, "This old baby is moving." That was the jubilant mood this morning on the decommissioned aircraft carrier USS Intrepid as tugboats finally freed it from the mud. In a first attempt last month, 6 tugs with 30,000 horsepower could not budge the carrier from where it was anchored for nearly 25 years. The 63-year-old Intrepid was turned into a museum and is now being towed to a dry dock in New Jersey for extensive renovations. Defense Secretary nominee Robert Gates says the U.S. is not winning the war in Iraq. He spoke at the start of his confirmation hearing this morning, telling the Senate panel that he does not owe anyone anything and would be independent. Gates said the U.S. is not winning or losing the war, but that if Iraq is not stabilized in the next year or two, it could lead to a regional conflagration. Gates is a former CIA director and was deputy director during the Iran-Contra scandal. He is expected to be confirmed as Donald Rumsfeld's successor.
Former President George H.W. Bush broke down in tears during a leadership forum in Florida. The elder Bush was citing his son, Governor Jeb Bush, as an example of leadership when he was overcome with emotion. Take a look.
What of his defeated opponent, who showed not merely with words, but by his actions what decency.
Jeb Bush rushed to his father's side. The former president later answered questions about his grandchildren possibly going into politics. He joked and said, "Don't count on the twins," referring to Jenna and Barbara, the daughters of his other son, President Bush. More than 100 local youngsters are in Florida at this hour enjoying a thrilling, magical day. The excited youngsters left Atlantic City Airport early this morning for a visit to Universal Studios in Orlando. Today's trip is the Sunshine Foundation's 84th Operation Dreamlift. Each trip has given area children with serious medical conditions and needs a day of memories that will last forever.
Our contestants are a little flirtatious.
Most fabulous and beautiful host on the planet.
And a little stressed out.
You look so miserable playing the game.
But when they win big,
one more time.
Join the celebration on Millionaire.
Next on 6ABC.
Marshall's Law number 183. Get sleigh loads of gifts at a price that won't rein you in. Right now, find the same incredible selection of men's gifts you'd see in department stores for up to 50% less. Designer apparel, luxurious leathers, MP3 accessories, and more. Marshall's Law number 155. If you're paying twice as much, you've been snowed. Save half on your better half. That's Marshall's Law.
Wrapping?
Now you look at me and you think I'm pretty dapper, but here I am, your holiday gift wrapper. My name is Gus and I'm here to entertain you. I'm the second most famous groundhog in Pennsylvania. You got your list and you've listed all your names. Just that Pennsylvania lottery, fun new instant games. 6 games in all and they come in different sizes, but they all have ka-ching. Big, big, big cash prizes. All the games you'll be playing, the venues you'll be matching. For holiday joy, just keep on scratching.
Do you own a house in the Philadelphia area? Then you owe it to yourself to take a closer look at Ann's Choice in Bucks County and Maris Grove in Delaware County. Ann's Choice and Maris Grove offer a smarter way to retire by putting luxury hand in hand with affordability. Here's how. Ann's Choice and Maris Grove provide an amenity-rich, maintenance-free lifestyle.
All the conveniences are under one roof. You name it, it's here.
I can look out my window here and all the things I had to do are being done by somebody else.
Our monthly service package covers most everything, and we protect your financial legacy for your family.
The refundable deposit is very exciting because it preserves some of the money for the estate for your kids, and it's an excellent idea.
Erickson Communities are the national leader in health and wellness for people 62 plus.
My health has improved here, and I do attribute that to the exercise room and certainly the medical facilities here.
Take the first step to discovering a smarter way to retire. Call for your free information kit today.
This afternoon, starting at 12:30, it's Millionaire. All My Children, One Life to Live, General Hospital, Oprah, and Action News at 5, here on 6ABC.
In Colorado, a baby is now in foster care after she drank a bottle filled with vodka. The infant's blood alcohol content was 4 times the legal limit for an adult. Her mother tells authorities it was a terrible mistake.
It was a mistake. It was an honest mistake. I had no idea that there was alcohol in the water bottle.
Sarah Smith says she'd grabbed the baby's water bottle, which was actually full of vodka, and then mixed it with formula. 20 minutes later, she realized something was wrong when her baby girl wouldn't respond and her eyes were droopy. The baby had alcohol poisoning. The infant's now in foster care. No word yet if any charges will be filed.
Taco Bell is expected to reopen restaurants today that were closed after an E. coli outbreak sickened nearly 3 dozen people. The company says there is no immediate threat to consumers today. 2 separate outbreaks are now under investigation. 22 people fell ill after dining at one of 3 Taco Bell restaurants in Middlesex and Somerset counties in New Jersey. More than a dozen cases have been reported on Long Island, New York. Public health officials say many of those people also ate at a Taco Bell restaurant. Turning to Wall Street, the Dow Industrials gaining 20 points to hit 12,303 at noontime. The Nasdaq picking up 3 points to reach 2,452 at midday. Well, can you believe $400 for a 12-foot Christmas tree? Well, you can if you're buying one in Manhattan. A number of people passing a trees for sale sign in Tribeca gasped at the $400 price. The vendor admitted those trees weren't his cheapest. He did have some for $35. Well, some New York vendors say the prices are higher this year because of the high fuel costs to bring the trees into the city.
The Sixers spent an evening of fundraising and fashion at Saks Fifth Avenue. Players mingled with shoppers at the opening of the new men's store here at the City Avenue Saks in Bala Cynwyd. Fans met stars like Chris Webber and Stephen Hunter. Our own Dave Roberts was there. Dave, where are you? There's Dave. He's hanging out as well. The money benefits the Sixers charities.
Wow, what's this?
That explains Revolutionary Spring Free by Sealy Posturepedic. It's the perfect balance between softness and support. Made with Sealy's resilient latex, it gently pushes back to keep your spine properly aligned. After all, it's a Sealy.
Spring Free by Sealy Posturepedic.
Get next day delivery at Raymore and Flanagan, your Sealy Posturepedic headquarters.
10 years ago, I was in New York performing and I collapsed on stage.
Patti LaBelle has diabetes.
I had no idea. My blood glucose level was 500. Food was the enemy back then.
One Touch Ultra 2 with before and after meal averages can help you see how food affects your blood sugar. Learn how by calling 1-877-311-2311 and you'll receive this free educational DVD.
I can enjoy food again.
One Touch changes everything.
During the holidays, neighborhoods have always trusted their independent Thriftway and Shop and Bag supermarkets to give them what they really want. Really good quality.
Edie's Grand Ice Cream, frozen yogurt, or sherbet, now buy 1, get 2 free. 24 packs of Dannon Spring Water, only $3.99. 8 packs of Bounty Basic Paper Towels, just $3.99. And assorted cases of refreshing Snapple drinks, only $9.99.
Thriftway and Shop and Bag, serving our neighbors one at a time.
Now, in less time than you ever imagined, you can breathe new life into your basement and add much-needed living space to your home with the Owens Corning Basement Finishing System. Finishing fact number 17. Installing drywall can take months, but our system is installed in about 2 weeks with virtually no mess. So in practically no time, you'll not only finish your basement, you'll transform your home. Call 1-800-NEW-ROOM now for a free video plus a free design consultation. It's a fact. Nobody knows basements better than Owens Corning.
Action News, proud partner in the Lehigh Valley with WFMZ-TV Channel 69. This AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by Pico, an Exelon company, keeping you warm this winter.
Topping our People Seen this noon, poor Britney Spears. She just can't seem to catch a break these days. Last week she was hounded by the press for her lack of undergarments. Well, last night, her memorabilia was sold at Christie's auction house in New York to an uninterested crowd. Spears' handwritten homework paper from junior high school was expected to sell for anywhere between $500 and $700. It only sold for $200. David Murphy bought it. And we're told the crowd even laughed as the paper was being auctioned off. Meantime, a Jimi Hendrix guitar sold for $140. $100,000. And that's something David Henry would probably make a bid on.
Or David Murphy.
Or David Murphy.
Or David Murphy.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm trying to get him. I mess up his name.
He was out in the parking lot a minute
That's
ago,
right.
and it's hard to talk because it's chilly out
Yeah,
there, right?
it's cold.
How's that for a segue, huh, Rick?
Yeah, very good,
There you
David.
go.
Yeah.
It is
Saved
cool
it.
out there.
Boy, oh
Chilly
boy.
today, gets a little bit better tomorrow afternoon, and then another shot of cool air toward the end of the week, okay? Okay, we'll have the details in a second in your 5-day. There you go with Storm Tracker 6 Live radar. It's mainly dry out there. We have a little bit of cloud cover coming through, and when you get that chilly flow coming out of the west, sometimes you get a little flurry dropping out of it. We're not really expecting a lot of that, but don't be too surprised if you happen to see that from some of the clouds that pop across. As we head outside, the action cam out earlier, and this morning we had plenty of sunshine over the Schuylkill River there. If we flip live now to Sky 6 and Blue Mountain, they're making snow, and you also see some sunshine reflected in that cloud of snowflakes on the mountain. 37 degrees right now with a mix of sun and clouds over the region. 37% is your humidity. Barometric pressure 30, 28 and dropping. The winds are a factor today. They're out of the northwest at 13. We've actually seen some gusts up above 20 miles per hour at times. And you put it all together, people, it feels like 29 degrees right now as you step outside in Philadelphia, and a little cooler than that in some other spots, so it's coat weather today. Temperatures across the wide region, everyone is below the 40-degree mark right now. 39 in Wildwood, 39 in Dover, 39 in AC, 37 in Philadelphia and Trenton, 35 degrees in Allentown, and 35 in Reading. It might even be glove weather out there if you're going to be spending a good period of time outdoors in the afternoon hours. Satellite and radar once again shows you a little bit of that instability in the atmosphere coming in the form of some lake effect snow off of Lake Erie. Most of this is dying away in central Pennsylvania. Mainly what we have left over is some chunky cloud cover coming in out of the west. There'll be a mix of sun and clouds the rest of today. Today's setup does feature cool air still in place, the same air mass that arrived yesterday, and we still have that breeze coming out of the west as we go through the rest of the day. Now, there is milder air farther to the south, and as we dig into tomorrow, we're going to see that because of a shift in the jet stream. Trough's going to dig down to our west. That's going to allow mild air to flow right up the face of that trough and an approaching surface front, so it won't be as cold tomorrow. High temperature tomorrow, probably about 9 or 10 degrees better than today. But as we go into Thursday night and Friday, look out, another Arctic boundary slips through, and behind it, another quick shot of reinforcing cold air. And this time, it looks like we may have trouble getting above the freezing mark in some parts of the Delaware Valley. This is Friday we're talking about. The high in the city, 34. Fortunately, it's a quick shot. High pressure moves over from the west, and we wind up milder for the weekend. It's a shoulder huncher out there today, though. AccuWeather says today's high, 41 degrees, and overall it's going to be a very similar day as to what we experienced yesterday. Partly sunny, still brisk and chilly with that high in the low 40s, and the winds 12 to 22. At the shore, 43 degrees. We are squeezing out a fair amount of sunshine. At times, there'll be some clouds sweeping through along the coast, breezy and chilly. And in the Poconos, 32 for the second straight day. Clouds to sun, brisk and cold. Overnight tonight, down into the 20s. It's a cold one again tonight. Here's your exclusive AccuWeather 5-day forecast. 41, still chilly today. Wednesday, a mix of clouds and sun, but an improvement in the afternoon, going up to 50 degrees. Now, Thursday's high is 50, but this is a little misleading because in the afternoon, we expect the temperatures to start to slide. And then on Friday, 34 is the high. Could be some flurries, upper elevations, maybe a couple of brief snow squalls right in this period, Thursday night into Friday. Not a lot of snow, though. Then on Saturday, 43, still brisk. An improvement. Going beyond the 5-day forecast, Sunday and Monday, even more of an improvement. Looks like we'll be back up into the upper 40s. So this is a brief visitation of cold air that we have today. Another brief visit on Friday, and after that, a little bit better. Today, 41, partly sunny, breezy and chilly.
When did we get our first snowfall last year, do you remember?
It was December 16th.
So it was before Christmas.
And it was a 6-inch snowfall. This year, it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
Okay. Thank you, David.
Thank you, David. Finally, the holiday season always made that much more special by folks who share their good fortune with others. And that can be you. Here in Plymouth Meeting, WMMR is holding its annual Camp Out for Hunger food drive. DJs Preston and Steve are here at the Metroplex Shopping Center all week long. They are accepting donations for the Greater Philadelphia Food Bank. After the morning edition of Action News, Matt O'Donnell stopped by to show his support, and later so did a few members of the AccuWeather team. Look, there's David Murphy, along with Cecily Tynan. Very nice. Good job.
What was Cecily drinking there, David?
It was coffee.
Oh, I'm just checking.
Yeah,
just checking. Okay, hot chocolate. Whatever.
What it was.
That's it for Action News at noon. Action News continues tonight
David's
at 5
over
and
there.
at 6. Now for David Murphy, Sarah Bloomquist, the entire Action News team, I'm Rick Williams. Have a nice afternoon. We'll see you right here tonight. Drink some hot chocolate.
Yeah, there you go.
Closed captioning brought to you by the Chevy Impala SS with an impressive 303 horsepower small block V8 engine delivering an amazing EPA estimated 28 miles per gallon.
Online shopping. up to 20% off. Just go to AAA.com and save enough to possibly pay for membership itself. AAA, use it for all it's worth.
If you've had a heart attack that reduced how well your heart pumps, your heart medications may not be enough protection. Adding Coreg to your current treatment can help prevent another heart attack. Coreg reduces your heart's workload to help it pump better. Coreg is FDA approved to increase your chances of survival when taken over time.
Coreg is not for everyone, including people prone to asthma, certain heart rhythm problems, slow heart rate, or liver problems. Once you start Coreg, you should continue as directed by your doctor. Patients who abruptly stop therapy may experience chest pain or an increased risk of heart attack. In some cases, patients may experience dizziness or faintness when starting Coreg. You should avoid driving or hazardous tasks if this occurs.
Ask your doctor if Coreg is right for you. Adding Coreg adds cardio protection.
She got more. The way he got more, which is how he got more. Because they all got this, the American Express gift check. It's the only gift check that comes with special offers and discounts at restaurants, retailers, and merchants. And it's accepted at millions of places, making it the only gift check that gives more. Learn all about it at americanexpress.com/special offers. Available at Sovereign Bank and your local American Express travel office.
The latest styles. Up to 15% off. Just show your card and save enough to possibly pay for membership itself. AAA, use it for all it's worth.
Local news at your fingertips on 6abc.com.